What's going on? We back with the boxing clinic and more. Y'all know we do. Y'all know how we do. We do more than boxing. We're gonna drop a food for thought video tonight. So y'all get ready for the food for thought video. It'll be the last video I top off for the night, man. I'm not doing no more NBA prediction, NBA reviews. NBA is whack, you know. But it's a hot day outside. I just got off, so new job is going all right so far. A lot of training, but breaking news. Eddie Hearn tried to sign Adrien Broner, and Adrien Broner put the emails out there. I don't know what it is, man, when it comes to Americans and putting Eddie Hearn's bullshit-ass emails and bullshit offers out there to the public. And I know he'd be mad as shit when people put him out there as the broke, conniving snake from the UK as he is. But, you know, AB, you know, put it out there. We're going to look at the screenshot in a minute so you know there's Trill right on his Instagram. And I told you guys, Eddie Hearn is going to have big challenges with the DAZN, man, especially getting fighters for one. And we're going to explain a little bit later how can he prosper without signing fighters or signing big-time fighters with the DAZN. But here we go. Eddie Hearn sent us the AP. Further to our recent conversations, you may have seen our announcement last week for our new deal for 16 shows per year in the U.S. I would be very interested to offer Adrien a 3-fight promotional agreement as follows. September 2018, that'll be this year, a few months from now. Purse $2 million. Fight 2, March 2019, you know, $2 million with a 2.25 million, so $2 million and a quarter million. So that's not bad. And 2019, you know, 2.5. So in September 2019, and you know, Adrien Broner says to get Adrien Broner security and concrete fight schedule, 3 fights in 12 months. So he having three fights in 12 months, and that's one of the issues that Danny Jacobs or Andre Rozier cited for Danny Jacobs, where Premier Boxing Champions was lacking. That was just telling Danny Jacobs to stay ready. You know, he had no real regular fight schedule. It was just stay ready, and we'd tell you a few months ahead of time when to fight. And he said, Rozier said that's the reason his fighter, Danny Jacobs, took the Eddie Hearn deal with the HBO, a multi-fight deal, because he knew exactly when he was going to be fighting to have, you know, ample time to prepare. And that's one of the bad things about Premier Boxing Champions. They don't have a regular fighting schedule. So, but Showtime has expanded dates, but with them losing Spike and ESPN, when I fight on NBC and Fox and CBS as much, that kind of messed up the fight schedule for Premier Boxing Champion. So Eddie Hearn did his homework. He knows where Premier Boxing Champion is weak at. But obviously, the $1 billion don't look like $1 billion when you size them down to this. And people say, well, Adrien only made $1 million last time with Jesse Vargas. Yeah, you're right. But guess what? Out that $2 million, that promotional fee gonna come out of that. You know, and also, you know, if he do this with Eddie Hearn and lose Al Heyman, he turned his $1 million to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8 million down the road because Al Heyman shows those guys how to financially invest their money. So with that $2 million without Al Heyman's financial advice, it don't really turn out to be that much, man. So you really got to understand, you know, the loyalty to Al Heyman. Y'all see these purses say, oh, they getting $1 million. That, like Errol Spence, he got $3.5 million for not signing with Golden Boy. But in actual, well, his guarantee purse with the commission in New York only showed 1.5. But Al Heyman gave him a full $2 million because you see what the fight purses say, Premier Boxing Champion fighters getting more than that, plus the investment that they're getting, you know, the investment in financial advice they're getting, the financial security they're getting. So, you know, people got to check that out as well too. But like I said, Eddie's gonna have a hard time getting fighters, you know, because all these guys are loyal to Al Heyman, you know. And the one guy that Bob Arum was trying to poach from Al Heyman management, he wasn't even a promotional free agent for Premier Boxing Champions. He was with Samson Boxing, and you know, people saying, well, Al can still, you know, advise him. Al doesn't advise top-ranked fighters. So once you cross over to top rank, it's over with. You going to Cameron Duncan. He's like the Al Heyman, the manager for top rank over there. So I really won't believe, I'll be hard to believe that Al Heyman still advises Benavidez if he does turn over to top rank. So, you know, here you go. Adrien Broner, I'm sorry, Eddie Hearn, you a good guy, and but you tried to give me the worst deal than Rock Nation offered me. This shit's over. Slave deal. So you see AB putting them out there. But yeah, he gonna have a hard time getting top fighters because these guys are loyal to Al and they get more money than people know. So that's hard to really sell to guys, you know, that's loyal to Al Heyman. You know, that's what Al Heyman, you think he didn't think about this when he thought of this Premier Boxing Champions things and using promoters on a fight-by-fight basis and, you know, have promotional free agents. He already knew, promoters like Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn and other promoters that's not in that PBC rotation was going to try to snatch his fighters. But the bond that he got with his top fighters is so good that it's more than a business relationship. That's how you sustain, and that's how you keep fighters in the loop. That's how you keep fighters with you on a promotional free agent, kind of contract, freelance. Excuse me, a little tired. Just got off and it's hot. But that's how you keep guys in the loop like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You have a deeper bond in business. A lot of these guys look at Al Heyman as a father figure. Leo Santa Cruz, Errol Spence, Floyd Mayweather. The list goes on. A lot of them guys look at him in that vein, in that image. And they don't want to do shit to disappoint Al because Al does so much right by them. We remember Paulo Malignaggi called out Al Heyman in the fuckery that he thought he was getting a raw deal. And a month or two later, however long it was, Paulo Malignaggi signed with Al Heyman himself. So, people want to sign with Al, and when they sign with Al, they usually stay with Al, especially the top fighters, you know what I'm saying? So, Eddie tried it, like I told you guys, and what they couldn't understand when they say, well, LDBC and the Boston Clinic and this guy, that guy, they hating on Eddie Hearn deal. They ain't hating on it. We told y'all what it was. The guys that he was targeting was not going to leave Al Heyman for a British guy, man. It ain't going to happen. They ain't got Jerry curls, and they ain't uppity like Danny Jacobs. These are some real trill dudes that's down with Al Heyman, man. And if Al Heyman say, go ahead and take the deal, I still advise you and manage you like he did Danny Jacobs, them guys going to go ahead and do it. Any offer they get behind closed doors going to come back to Al regardless. And he going to tell them it's a good deal or a bad deal. He going to probably have his lawyers and shit look over the deal. So that's what people don't understand. Al Heyman ultimately had the last word on these situations because they got so much respect and so much love. It ain't just respect. They got love for Al. And Eddie Hearn is trying to do business with Al and then, backdoor him. And it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. He ain't going to get it. Nah, he ain't gonna get it in my day-to-day voice. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, Eddie Hearn is trying to sign Chavez Jr. Like, God damn, what is this, 2008? He ain't gonna have no luck. That shit gonna fail. And all the bad reviews and him not being able to license with the sports and content that Americans need, this DAZN shit. If he don't get it together, it's gonna flop. But he can win purse bids and do shit like that. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But it's your boy CJ Goodfellow. TBC and more. We go.